But she was like, I just haven't dropped in so long. I don't know what to do. Girl, I literally slid up and said, drop. What are we talking about? Put the music out there. Because that's how it be, but it's not that serious, y'all. Y'all could do it. Yeah.
Sometimes it's so simple.
Literally. I mean, Lauryn Hill said it. It could all be so simple. But you rather make it hard. My name is Quinicia. I used to be called Queen. Like, okay, Queen. And then when I moved back to Atlanta, I was like, I don't want to be Queen no more. I want to be Qui. So, yeah, that's where Qui came from. When I was in high school, all the boys, like the basketball team, football team, when I came to school and they saw I was rapping and stuff, I was so hard, they started calling me the biggest. So it went from Qui to Big Qui. But I thought it was all a game. I'm like, don't call me Big Qui. Like, I'm not big. I thought it was a joke. But then the city started calling me Big Qui. Shit, then I was Big Qui. Like. So I feel like I'm a lot more versatile now. When I first started doing music, I really would just use it to express myself. So I never really rap like, It kind of was like emotional a little bit. But then as I grew up, I'm like, hold up. I gave hip hop a little bit more, and now I could make a song about anything. I could sell you a burger through a rap, like I'm telling you. So yeah. So that's another thing about my name. Okay, I'll say first, my top artist that I look up to that inspires me is the Missy Misdemeanor Elliott. Her style, her creativity, her range, everything. Also, growing up, J. Cole was my favorite rapper, so that has a lot to do with my with the way I'm so intellectual and how I like use a large vocabulary. I don't just talk about anything when I make music. T.I. is also a good example of that. People who actually inspired me, like in my life, I had a cousin who rapped, and we called him Big Man, and he had passed away when I was 11. So after he passed away, I was like, okay, cool, I'm gonna take this on for him. Like, I'm a rap for the family. But I just used to make everything about me. Like, it just didn't even have nothing to do with that. But then I started rapping and performing at the family reunions, and I'm like, hold up, this might be my talent. So I feel like God knew what he was doing with that. I feel like my cousin is always with me when I have big opportunities like such. And I think it's such a coincidence. I didn't even make the correlation till like some weeks ago that they call him Big Man and they call me Big Qui. Yeah, I got a mom who had me super young that I owe everything to, and I'm so excited to just put her up in the hills and buy her a country.
How much does the earth cost?
And then I got a little sister. I got a 7-year-old little sister, and I have a 12-year-old little sister. And I just really owe it to my family and my friends and just my community, my support system. Like, this is way bigger than me. That's the name of the first album I ever dropped in December 2023, because it's always been bigger than me. Even when I first started rapping, it wasn't about me. So I owe it to the people that pour into me, and I'm just very excited to show my folks how good it could get. And I have to give all thanks to God. I don't know if that was the question, but yeah. So yes, I kind of feel like a big part of my brand is me just being myself to make you comfortable with being yourself. So I think me being out here just doing what I'm doing and people seeing that this shit actually working. This girl got an interview now. This girl getting asked to be in magazines now. Like, I feel like me just doing that, coming from asking my friends to record me standing outside, I'm rapping at the camera. I feel like the proof is in the pudding. But personally, I'm always giving out advice, help, and when I see people in positions that I know I've been in, I always give the advice that I wish I had or that I know I need to take. Like, literally yesterday, somebody posted, and she was, shout out to Nona Lisa. She's a singer, but she was like, I just haven't dropped in so long, I don't know what to do. Girl, I literally slid up and said, drop. What are we talking about? Put the music out there, because that's how it be, but it's not that serious, y'all. Y'all could do it. Yeah.
Sometimes it's so simple.
Literally. I mean, Lauryn Hill said it. It could all be so simple. But you rather make it hard. I feel like one of the main obstacles that I've overcome, honestly, is myself and just not caring what anybody thinks. And it's not about not caring what anybody thinks, but just putting myself out there. Like, you just have to do it because that's the only way to learn. I feel like the whole perfectionism thing is something I had to get over. I'm still trying to get over. Then just being a young woman in the industry, you have to know that you are who you are. That's anybody, period. Because everybody's going to try and tell you who you are, who you need to be. And you just need to know at your core who you are, who you're trying to be, and where you're going. And then as a woman in this industry, but you can do it. Stand strong. Keep your head up high. And don't let these niggas touch you. I have two. My number one favorite performance is my most recent performance. And honestly, I feel like that's kind of how it goes. Or I pray that it continues to go like that. Every time I have a new performance, I pray that that is my new favorite performance. My favorite performance currently is the most recent performance I had at the National Urban League in Cleveland. They flew me out there, and I was so grateful for the opportunity. That also kind of was one of my craziest, because at the end of that performance, I did a poem. But the poem is actually a song that I put out 2 years ago. It's called I Love Me. But when you listen to the words, it's a poem. So I'm just going to say a little bit of it. It's like, I think it's power in just being yourself. I think it's power in letting go of the thought of everyone else. I think I'm above the world because I said so. A matter of fact, yeah, it's my world because I said so. And everything moves exactly how I want it to. And everything does exactly what I want it to. And everything is moving in my favor. It's for my greater good. Yeah, it's for my inner angel. So, thank you, Claudette. Yeah, that was at the National Urban League. So it was just so meaningful because of the audience, the people that was there. And I was very proud to be a Black woman and the voice of the youth on stage and actually have something to say. So stages, of course, the Mercedes-Benz Stadium, I gotta pack that out for the city, like, over and over and over again. Other than that, stages, I'm not gonna lie, I don't know by name, but I actually just plan to take over the world, and yeah, y'all gonna see me. Okay, so another thing I want to say real quick is that really I do this for me. And it's great to have my city behind me. It's great to have my friends and family behind me. Period. But I do this for me. When I first started rapping, shout out to Peyton because we was in 7th grade. I don't know if y'all remember this, but I wrote to the 10 Toes Down challenge. Do y'all remember when that was like, I was 13, so like 7, 8 years ago, when everybody was putting their phone up and rapping in their car. Everybody was a rapper. So okay, but I had been making music. I maybe wrote my first song when I was like 5. Recorded my first song when I was 13. So 7th grade, I wrote a 10 Toes Down challenge, and it was just so good that I went to school like, friend, you have to hear this. Mind you, 7th grade. She like, okay, let me hear it. I'm like, She like, that's it, it's over. Put it on Instagram. Before she said put it on Instagram, she said you need to perform it. You need to perform it at recess or like Friday field day, whatever we used to have back in the day. So I went to Campbell Middle School. Everybody surrounded me in a circle, and I just rapped I just rapped the 10 Toes Down challenge, and then it was like, yeah, everybody was jumping up and down like, hey, I'm like, okay, cool. So then she was like, you need to put it on Instagram. So I was 12 years old at the time. So I had to wait until the day before my birthday. It was around the same time, but the day before my birthday, I asked my mama, I'm like, Mom, the only thing I want for my birthday is to make an Instagram so that I can post this rap. And when I turned 13, like at 12 o'clock, she was like, okay, you can make your Instagram. And I posted the rap. And that's so crazy because the only reason I started Instagram was to post my rap. So like, that was that, posting my rap. My rap got 100 likes in 24 hours. I was famous. It was over with. I was going to the moon. Like, it was over with. 7th grade, I was 13. So ever since then, I have had a lot of support. I can't lie. And I'm a military child, so I moved from state to state, city to city. But I can't front, like, everywhere I go, they love it. Like, they love my music, they love my brand, they love who I am. Like, and I really appreciate that because the support is so much beyond my music. But I will say that I really got to give it to my city because, especially Westlake High School. When I was in high school, and y'all remember when I was in high school, posting them freestyles, rapping at that phone. But I used to be getting like hundreds of thousands of views, like tens of thousands of views. Like, I'm grateful. So I'm excited to take that and turn it into a real sustainable career. If I wasn't doing what I'm doing now, I wouldn't be doing anything. Yeah. I'd probably be like a nature kind of person, like out in the trees and the grass. I'd probably be a hobo. No, just playing.
Stop.
So I'm very, as you can see, animated and like big personality and stuff like that. So I be needing.
I'm not fucking crazy. I'm real. I'm fucking real.
To ground myself, and I've learned that just going outside, just letting the sun touch me, being able to touch the ground, like speak to God, like by myself, it really brings me back center. So it really fulfills me, so I could like pour out my cup again. But I am a lash tech, so I'm an entrepreneur, girl. I would be doing something. I would be making money. I want to give some advice to women in general, young, old, whatever. God made you in his image. So, flaws and all, you are who you're supposed to be. You are where you're supposed to be. You need to embrace that, and you just have to be brave enough to take one step at a time. And you better know who you are, because they're going to try and tell you who you are. But you're going to tell them, I'm that bitch. Okay, that was a little ghetto. Do know that you're that girl. But follow your heart. Follow your heart. Trust your gut. It's never going to lead you wrong. And put yourself first, because everybody else is doing it. So, you need you. How does it feel? It feels amazing. I'm honored. I'm grateful. This makes me feel so special, like even as an artist, because another thing is that you're not going to think you're doing as good as you're doing, but everyone else can see you, I feel like, before you actually see yourself. So I'm grateful because I've never been featured in a magazine. And this is the first of many, and I pray for y'all's magazine success, and you starting off with the biggest, so I mean, it's gonna be great. I'm thankful. I'm Big Qui, and Big Qui is astonishing. Big Qui is a superstar. Big Qui is perfectly imperfect. Big Qui is a child of God. Big Qui is the biggest. Yeah, I mean.